to start this or like what to say, but it's not something I'd ever imagine I'd be saying I ever wanted to talk about. But I really love putting out like these fun videos. Hopefully they're helping somebody out there with their health and it makes sense, and know that these videos are helping someone. But I couldn't even imagine like continuing if I didn't address what has happened in my life like in the past 2 months, because it's been a lot and it's like changed who I am for better or worse, and it just changes things. And I couldn't continue making, you know, fun lighthearted videos with my like peppy self. I'd feel so fake, and I'd feel like I was just putting on, I feel like I'd just be putting on a like mask, like fake smile, and then taking it off after I hit stop. So that's why I feel the need to just address this and let you know a little bit about what's gone on the last 2 months, as hard as it is, honestly. So in September we found out we were pregnant, and we're so excited, so excited. We started trying in August and happened first try. Praise God. You never know until you start trying. And we got pregnant right away. It was great. I had a great first trimester, not a lot of sickness, not a lot of nausea, still had a ton of energy. I had a really great first trimester. And then when I was 12 weeks along, got the phone call that my dad was in the hospital, and I rushed over right away, and he passed away that night suddenly. It was completely out of nowhere. He had a massive brain hemorrhage, and he passed that night. My sister and I were both there holding his hands in the hospital as he passed away, and we got to say goodbye, which was nice. And yeah, that happened on November 7th, and we had just moved into our new house end of October, and my life just got put on hold entirely. Like the world stopped moving forward. I didn't go to the office for 2 weeks. I was in my house all day every day with my sister, and we were just grieving. And I had never lost anyone super close to me in my life before. This was the first time I've experienced grief and loss, and it was still is really heavy, like really heavy, nothing like I've ever experienced. But then you know, what comes after loss, it's you're planning the funeral, you're planning, you know, arrangements. I'd never done anything like that before, and it was like so stressful. Family dynamics of course come into play, and you know, you talk about the legalities of everything and all of that mess that comes into play, and it was really, really stressful. And with the holidays then coming, it was Thanksgiving and then Christmas around the corner, and so we had his memorial about 3 weeks later, and my sister and I both spoke at his memorial, and the night before I started bleeding, and I don't want to get into all the details of what happened that month of December. But I got an infection, I think from all the stress, and I like completely stopped taking care of myself. After my dad passed, I just like went in a cave. My life just like was put on hold. I got a massive infection. I bled on and off for 3 weeks. And the Tuesday before Christmas, on the 20th, we lost the baby. I was 18 weeks along. I was a day away from 19 weeks, and I delivered him at home, and it was just the worst day of my life. There are no real words that can be said for going through a pregnancy loss. It's just so incredibly heartbreaking. I feel just broken in half. So many women have been reaching out to me and saying they've gone through loss as well, pregnancy loss, and that blows my mind at how common it is. It blows my mind, and I don't wish this on anyone, because it is just the deepest pain I've ever felt in my life. But even with all this grief that is just beyond, and this pain, I have felt this supernatural like amount of peace, and I know that comes from God, and that comes from people praying for us. So thank you to anyone who, knew what was going on. I had mentioned it I posted it on my Instagram. And if you have prayed for my husband Jacob and I at all during this time, like, I am so thankful for that, because that is really the only thing that's holding us up right now. And God has been closer than ever. He's brought Jacob and I so close. And I know he's holding us so close. I know he's holding my baby right now. And my dad and my baby are together up in heaven right now. And as sad as this is, and as like heartbroken as I feel, like I know God's gonna redeem this. I know God's gonna restore this. He restores everything. He does not waste. And this baby was not a waste. In the book of Isaiah, he says that there's no sorrow that heaven can't heal. And I know he's healing my heart. I know he's healing my body physically. And every day that we get just kind of further and further away from this like 2 months of tragedy, essentially, God's just healing my heart like day by day. And I don't say all this to like make anyone sad for me or sorrow or anything like that, but it's really to be transparent, because there's no way I could like get on and like fake it, you know what I mean? And also for anyone else, I don't know if anyone else has experienced loss of a parent or a baby, but I'm here suffering with you. I feel that pain, I feel that loss, that heartbreak, and I pray that like God's holding you close too, because I couldn't go day to day without knowing that God's gonna restore this. And I have so much hope and like joy for the future, for us to try again. We'll have another opportunity, we'll have another chance to create a family and start our family, and I'm so thankful for that. Even in this pain and like this waiting period, we're gonna give ourselves to wait to start trying again for quite a few months, but it's still like praising God for the time he gave us with that baby. And praising him for the time I had with my dad, and praising him for what he's taught us in this time. I feel like he's teaching me something new every day, and that's what faith really is praising him even in your darkest, emptiest times, because he knew this was going to happen. And I could get really angry at that. I could get so angry at God for like doing this to me, but I haven't felt angry. I've just felt sad, a lot of sadness, but knowing that God's still in control and he still has Jacob and I and our family in his hands, and he will, we're just clinging to his promises, and he will restore us. He will never leave us. He will never let us go. He's right there, and he loves us so much. So I want this to be encouraging more than anything, that like hard times and pain and loss and suffering, it sucks. Like, it sucks. Whatever kind of pain or loss, whatever it is, it sucks. Like, there's no way around that. That doesn't change. But I feel God is closer than ever in those times. He's right there, and he hears your prayers. He sees those tears, and he knows your pain. He knows my pain. And there's this supernatural peace that I can't explain, but I feel that I know only comes from God, and that's what's getting us through and moving us through each day. And so even in this time, like, it sucks, but I'm gonna choose to praise God, because I know he's gonna bring so much more joy in our future, and we'll have another chance. So moving forward, this isn't like for the rest of my days I'm gonna be a sad girl. I hope not. Oh my gosh, I can't handle that. But with what I've just gone through, I couldn't put on a mask and pretend like it never happened, because it did happen. And what I want to share is, you know, how I'm healing, and how I'm healing post miscarriage, how my body is physically going through this and what that looks like. And we're excited. I'm excited, and I'm looking forward to prepping my body for when that time happens in the future, and what that looks like. And that's what I want to share, is how to prep your body for pregnancy. So that's what I'm going to be doing these next few months. And I'm just going to share my journey and getting through it. I don't want to be a sad girl all the time. Like, I really don't. But just know that if there's moments in the next few videos that I'm sad, like, this is why. This is what's going on, and I'm a real person, and this is my real life. And it's human. We all go through we all have our stuff. So that's it. I guess I'll see you on the next video.